Hey everyone, I'm Trevor, and today we're at EPCOT at Walt Disney World for the first full official day of our Walt Disney World vacation. If you want to join on the adventures with us throughout the week, hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's get going. Good morning. It is Disney Day 1, and we are going to EPCOT. Hopefully today is a little bit better than yesterday. If you didn't watch yesterday's video yet, go back and watch that first, our travel day. I know sometimes people skip travel days, but we did do Disney stuff yesterday, and we got totally soaked. And so my shoes are still soaked. I'm so glad that I brought extra shoes, because if I hadn't, on day 0, my shoes got completely soaked through. I sat there for like 30 minutes with a hair dryer trying to dry them. But we're excited for today at EPCOT. We're going to try to ride Remy's Ratatouille. We have 9 dragons later, so let's just get on with our day. At some point, we plan to get a Joffrey's donut from this little Joffrey stand right here. Riding the Skyliner. Ooh. What do you think, Benjamin?
I see Tower Chair.
Yeah.
This is Benjamin's first time on the Skyliner.
You like it?
Yeah. We are here at EPCOT for early entry for resort guests, and that is at 8 o'clock. So Skyliner opens up an hour before the park, which means we hopped on the Skyliner pretty much right at 7. We left our room and went to go get on the Skyliner. And now we're at the rope drop line. And this is the rope drop line here, waiting to get into EPCOT at about 7:20 in the morning. Yay! They let us in at 7:45, so now we're going to walk over to Remy's. Now, we were told that they have a delayed entry this morning, which means it's not, or delayed opening, which means it's not actually running right now, but we don't really have anywhere else to be. So we're going to grab some crepes, probably from the creperie if it's open, and just hang around and wait. EPCOT! I said EPCOT!
Floating tacos.
Floating tacos. Right now they're walking us over to the Ratatouille line. There's Remy. Well, this is our first glimpse of the new land. Got the creperie off to the right that Amy really wants to go to. Remy's Ratatouille. I'm gonna give you fair warning, this video may be like an hour and a half long. Hope you enjoy it. My mother just called him Gaston. And so it begins.
They're so cute.
They are cute.
Nice.
Little mice. Spinning mice.
Rats, I guess.
Or rats, because it's Ratatouille. Well, my first reaction is, why is the ride vehicle wet?
Yeah.
So their delayed opening was a grand total of like 20 minutes, and because we were right at the front of the line, all we waited was 20 minutes, which I thought was pretty great. Now, if you skipped that ride because you're like us and you don't want to know until you come ride it for yourself, I don't blame you. I've heard reports that this is like one of the least exciting of the new rides. They really should have like opened Rise of the Resistance after this and that sort of thing. You really are spoiled by Rise. It was cute, but just as far as the trackless rides go, Rise is much, much better. With 20 minutes till our Frozen Lightning Lane, we're gonna come in here to Les Halles, our favorite place to get some breakfast, huh? Scratch that, not open. You would think it would be because it's like a breakfast place, but nope. Now's a good time to remind you that we are here for 9 days. That means there will be a total of 9 vlogs coming your way, plus 8 sit-down restaurant reviews. So, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you again. Here is an interesting display. What are these? How many of these plants can you spot in the spice garden? So this is a spice ball. Spice garden, spearmint, parsley, fennel. We bought Genie Plus this morning, $15 a person, $75 for our whole family. And right at 7 o'clock, I went and grabbed Frozen. Now I noticed that 8:30 was the first time that was available, even though early entries at 8 o'clock. So the lightning lanes don't become available until normal guest hours. And I clicked it, and by the time I was able to confirm it, it already went up to 8:55. So it just like jumped 25 minutes in about 10 seconds or less.
Everyone was kind of that one.
So Frozen and Test Track are the two that disappear the fastest in this park. And we grabbed Frozen, now we're working our way over to there. We were looking for a place to get some food this morning, and it's like, oh, look at that, giant donut. Okay, works for me. Well, check out this giant cookie that we got for the kids. But the real thing that we want to look at here is this massive donut. I love Joffrey's. I wish they brought these donuts to Disneyland. They brought the coffee, just not yet the donuts yet.
But the donuts aren't made by Joffrey's. They're made by, I think it's like Giant King Donuts or something. It's some local place to here, which is why we're not ever going to get
They should bring a Giant King Donuts to Disneyland.
I mean, look at this thing. It's the size of my head.
I know. Go ahead and take a bite.
Huh?
So go ahead and take a bite. It's fun watching you take a bite of that giant donut. This is as good as you remember it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everything is better. Already checked that off my list. Joffrey's donut.
We were like, we were hungry.
I mean, we were doing fine before, but now we're like triply fine.
Yeah. I mean, I needed food.
Yeah. Oh, that donut is so good. If you've been coming to Walt Disney World and you have never gotten a Joffrey's donut before, you are missing out, my friends. And we've made it to Norway just in time. It is 8:58 and our lightning lane was available 3 minutes ago, so not bad on the timing. Didn't waste any time here today.
That's not a bad standby wait though either.
25 minutes is not a bad standby wait for Frozen, but we have the lightning lane, so we're going to use it and enjoy it. I figure if lightning lane saves me 10 minutes on every ride and I save an hour of not having to stand in line, hey, whatever, I'll do it. There we go! Thank you. The first penny machine of Walt Disney World. Here we go in the Frozen store. So who is this supposed to be? It can't be Thor, right? Because he has no hammer. Thor! It's only 9:15 and I'm surprised that the Mexico Pavilion is open already. But we're gonna go in here. I saw people going in and do the Gran Fiesta tour. Hit all the rides here in the World Showcase. The Mexico Pavilion is easily one of my favorite pavilions. It's just so picturesque in here. Gran Fiesta Tour. This ride is a lot like Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland in that certain times of day you can enjoy people eating there while you're drifting by on a boat. Do you think this looks like Small World?
Excuse me, we are looking for a job. Who is this? I don't know. Wait, please.
What you think, Benjamin?
Good.
You like that ride? Mm-hmm. We found some of the 50th statues. Amy tells me that there are 50 of these statues throughout the parks. There's 2 right here. It looks like Rocket is over here. I am Groot. Getting a photo with Grandma. If you ever have any issues while visiting Walt Disney World, come to these blue umbrellas. These people are your friends. Be nice to them. Yes, be nice to everybody. Not just cast members, but people you're around. Be nice to everybody. Everyone likes it when you're cheery. Walt Disney World has a reputation for having grumpy guests. Don't be a grumpy guest.
We were kind of grumpy last night, but that's because we were...
Well, we weren't really grumpy to other people. We were just miserable wet. Backwards waterfall! Next up, we're going to Soarin in the land. And I found another little waterfall. I love Disney World. Living with the land's only a 5-minute wait. Not even. Simply a walk-on. And we're coming over to Soarin. 9:46 in the morning, 9:47 now, 15-minute wait.
We riding Soarin.
We're riding Soarin. Benjamin basically took off. He's super excited. Got way up ahead. I like that they have activities and entertainment here at this one. Of course, there's no need for it right now. It's an empty line. Benjamin was super excited till a minute ago when he bonked his head on the railing. Now he's a little grumpy, but he's getting his cuddles with Mommy. Benji's my riding buddy, and he's gonna hold my hand because I get scared. Does Daddy get scared? Mm-hmm. No? While we were waiting in line for Soarin, we did a mobile order for the new Connections Eatery. But now we are headed over to Living with the Land because our mobile orders for 11:10, it's 10:20-ish, so we have 50 minutes. And Living with the Land's a 5-minute wait still. Pretty much everything's just been really great this morning. Did we need Genie Plus? Maybe not. But we really did it because we wanted to practice. We needed to practice for when we really need it, which is Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom. I think this is Mommy's favorite EPCOT ride. Way too zoomed in.
One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. Millions of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Food for a growing world led to the enormous use. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
Do you see Mickey, Benjamin?
More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system.
I like the view in here too, especially like the hot air balloons hanging up there. It's just a peaceful area. We've been hitting the rides all at good times today. We got off of Soarin' and it was up to a 25-minute wait. Yeah, we got off of Living with the Land and all the switchbacks were filled and it's up to 15 minutes wait. If you haven't heard me say this before, just get used to it. You have to rope drop. You have to rope drop. The first hour, maybe 2. I call them the golden hour because honestly, it's so perfect. If you were missing that hour, you really are shooting yourself in the foot. Time to play the guessing game of where did our stroller get moved to? Here at this popcorn stand, they have a Skyliner popcorn bucket that we want to get later. It's too close to lunch for us to eat popcorn, so we don't want to get it just yet. But this whole area right here is new at EPCOT if you haven't been here in a while. In fact, it's new since we were here. So we're gonna go into the creation shop before our lunch because we have about 15 minutes to kill. This is pretty big. Amy loves the orange bird for Flower and Garden. And so she's like, orange bird. What's this over here, like a little bowl? Check out this 50th mug. It's a Starbucks mug, but I like it. I like it though. Amy said that she wants the fun one that apparently sells out. I think that's fun, but hey, that's just me. So the new dining is split into two sections. So we have the Connections Cafe right here, which is just your Starbucks. And then over off to the right here, I believe, is the Connections Eatery, which is the lunch. And then Club Cool, we put Club Cool back over here. We're gonna go into Club Cool probably after lunch. And here it is, Connections Eatery. And here's a look at their menu. They got a French Bistro burger, Southwestern burger, hand-breaded chicken sandwich, American classic burger, 5-cheese pizza, meatball pizza, and what I'm getting right here, the General Tso chicken salad. Here is my General Tso's salad. Now this is significantly larger than I thought it would be. And look at those gigantic pieces of chicken. I thought they'd be like the little nuggets, but those are like chicken strips. This looks really good. Do I see like almost like a Frito type, crunchy type thing in there? And I got the apple pie gelato shake. Amy got the French Bistro burger, and this is just a look at what comes on the French Bistro burger. And it comes with fries, so she's able to get some fries. Over here, though, my mom got the meatball pizza, and normally the meals here, the quick services, are large enough to split for her and James. But that pizza doesn't really look all that large, not as large as I thought it would be for $10.99. And Amy's gonna split some of her meal here with Benjamin. He's probably gonna eat most of the fries and a little bit of meat. All right, I scraped all the whipped cream off because I'm not a whipped cream person, but let's see. It's really, really thick. Definitely tastes like apple pie. There's a hint of the cinnamon in there. And yeah, it's kind of an odd flavor for a milkshake to have apple pie, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna let it melt a little bit so that it's easier to get through the straw though. Cutting this chicken was quite interesting because it's in a bowl. When I cut it, the bowl almost fell over. But yeah, I thought it was too big to eat it without cutting it. So here we go. It's decent. It really tastes like they just took their normal kids meal chicken strips and just put the General Tso's sauce on. General Tso's requires a different type of breading for the chicken, and you need the nuggets as well. So it doesn't really taste like General Tso's. It's definitely not spicy at all. So I'll probably give some to Benjamin because he might actually like this. Because there's no kick, no spice. I haven't actually really got any of the salad though, but I imagine that it'll be fine. You got the Bistro burger?
Yeah, it's even cooked like a decent. It doesn't taste like a theme park burger.
Because it's not overcooked.
Yeah.
Amy just tried some of my milkshake.
No. I'm sorry.
I missed it. I should have put the camera out, but she made the strangest face whenever she took a bite. Would I get the apple pie gelato shake again? Probably not. It was interesting. It was novelty. If you like apple pies and you want to try an interesting milkshake you've never had before, definitely get it. I'm not saying don't get it, but I am not rushing to get it again. Now that we're done with lunch, we're gonna go to a playground for Benjamin. Test track is still closed. It's been closed for the last 2 hours now.
It is sticky. Very, very sticky.
Especially after coming out of Connections for some reason. It didn't feel this way before, but it is now. Anyway, here's the playground. This playground is almost always here. It's a good place to come and let your kids unwind. Benjamin is our kid who needs to unwind. James, on the other hand, you just want to ride rides, don't you, buddy? Benjamin already took off before I could even get the camera open. All right, Benji, see if you can make it through this craziness. How are you going to do it? As is our tradition at Disney, whenever we come to Walt Disney World and EPCOT, we get their little scavenger hunt. And this time it's a Spike the Bee scavenger hunt.
It's appropriate that Daisy is on the Donald and Daisy.
And then this is Daisy right here. I know you can't really tell, but that's Daisy. And the Spike the Bee is a daisy. How appropriate. Next up is Spaceship Earth. Lightning Lane for Spaceship Earth. Not that it was really needed. Benji's my riding buddy. We're gonna do the fun computer thing together.
During your slow-moving journey, your time machine will slowly rotate backward.
Have a look, shall we? Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future.
Uh-oh, it couldn't get Benjamin.
Here in your future.
I make EPCOT. EPCOT. Look, EPCOT.
Yeah, you see the EPCOT ball? Because we're in that ball right now. Did you know that? It's getting quite windy, and I'm pretty sure I felt a drop or two.
Yeah, it's looking like the clouds are just gonna go.
They're not dark clouds, but it just has that feel and that smell in the air. You know, that smell that you get when it's gonna rain. It feels like we're kind of getting close to that. We're expecting it to rain by 4 p.m. It says it's gonna be 100% chance for rain. So we know it's gonna rain. Thankfully, we've been watching the precipitation expectations keep going down and down, which is good, because we don't want to repeat of last night. Next up, the seas with Nemo and Friends in the big blue world. Not that we needed it, but yet again. Righteous! Righteous! Fish are friends, not food. We managed to all fit. I'm surprised.
Nemo, I am not going to lose you again. Do you hear me? Nemo!
Let's go explore. Let's go explore the big blue world.
Mr. Ray, we can't explore without Nemo.
Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son. You know that.
I do.
We went on a huge adventure.
It's like a balloon.
Ah, jellyfish.
Right. Oh.
Fish are friends for food. Delicious little friends.
Let's go.
The big blue world.
Hey, I'm Blue.
Go explore.
Wait, take me with you. I mean, it's a nice song, but it just never stops.
Benji likes the escalator. Now we're in the sea base. One of our favorite things about Nemo is actually getting off Nemo and come into the big, gigantic fish tank. Look, there's a dolphin. This tank here and what it's connected to is there's just a thin net wall right there. There's another side to this tank. This tank right here is the second largest gallon tank in the United States aside from the Georgia Aquarium.
Another dolphin.
There he is. There's that tank we were just looking at on the left. And it continues on over here. Those turtles up there are being fed right now, they said. That's a very pretty ray. Is that like a leopard ray? We're gonna come in here to Ocean Life and visit Molly's Eel. Hello. I'm here. Taking a little bit of a rest. You found Nemo! Mine. Of course, we have another penny machine. This will be a frequent stop for us. My boys love them. Time check, 1:30 in the afternoon. Just got a big wave of humid heat there. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, we have Figment to do, and then after Figment, I think Mission Space is the last ride to tackle, except for Test Track, which we have a lightning lane for Test Track at 3:40. It'll probably be raining. Monorail! Journey into imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie-coochie-coo, and taste. Tastes like chicken.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here! All aboard! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! You win 1 cent!
Don't!
Oh, yes! You'll finally find what enters through your nose.
What do you have around your neck?
A DC World Skyliner popcorn.
Oh, is there popcorn in that Skyliner? Yeah, how neat. Now James has it. Is that special? If you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If by some miracle you are watching this long and you haven't subscribed yet, I imagine most people will be our subscribers, and thank you guys. But if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We post loads of fun content, Disneyland, other Southern California theme parks, and of course, our whole Walt Disney World vacation. What are you looking forward to the most?
Food-wise, I think Boma tomorrow
Boma
night.
tomorrow night. That'd be a good one. I am so happy that Club Cool is back at EPCOT. And we're going to try to get one of our kids to drink Beverly. Here's some Sprite from Russia. Interesting. Not bad. Interesting. The Sprite's pretty good.
I've heard that one's worse than the Beverly.
The Smart China thing. Amy doesn't know what to think about the Sprite. Get one of the kids the Beverly. Here you go, Benjamin. Try that. How could Club Cool, with different types of Coke, not have a frozen Coke? Oh no. Benjamin wore his panda shirt today so that he could get a picture in front of the panda topiaries. Benjamin, look here. Look here. Put your hands down. I got my frozen Coke from the refreshment outpost. How cute is this little cup? Little being the key and operative word there, but that's okay. It's a frozen Coke. Let's start the counter. How many frozen Cokes am I going to get throughout this trip? This is number 1. There's a reason they call that the refreshment corner. I feel quite refreshed. So I'm going to have to cut this vlog a little shorter than I wanted to. It's only 2:45 in the afternoon. But my phone's down to 30% and I went to go plug in my extra power pack, which happened to be in my bag last night when it monsooned, and I thought my bag had been dry. I felt inside and nothing seemed wet. This morning, I pulled everything out to rearrange it, and it had a coat of water on it all night long. I just plugged it in to charge my phone, and it's dead. Like, kaput dead. So I have to buy another one, Amazon Prime, wait a couple of days for it to arrive, that sort of thing. But that means that I'm not going to film anything from now till dinner because I need to save the phone for our dinner review of 9 Dragons. And I'll show little clips of the 9 Dragons in this video, but the full review is going to be a separate video, and then we'll see how much power my phone has left for after dinner. Well, maybe I lied. I'm using Amy's phone now. I upgraded her phone. This is why. There's a bit of a line here. We came back into the Mexico Pavilion because Benjamin wants to ride the 3 Caballeros again. Significantly busier in here than whenever we came at like 9:30 in the morning. That's for sure. Here's everyone eating right here where we mentioned earlier. To infinity and beyond. Next up, we're gonna go to Mission Space. Now, right next to Mission Space is the Space 220 restaurant, which we will be doing later on this week, Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. There's been a lot of first times for Benjamin today, and I'm excited about this one. See what he thinks about going to space.
In the history of mankind, space travel. I know you're probably feeling a little nervous right now.
Are you ready for space?
To train for a spectacular mission around the Earth.
Ready,
Reminder, Commander. You're
Mission Control to X2. You are go at throttle up. All of us here at Mission Control wish you a safe journey around the planet.
After Mission Space, we brought the kids to this space base play area. If you have little children, this is going to be a lifesaver for you. They had a blast in here. Last ride at EPCOT for us is Test Track, and we have a lightning lane. Can't believe we're about to do it every single ride at EPCOT in a single day. Wow, and all before 4 p.m. too. Crazy. crazy. We did Remy's and Test Track and Soarin. All of those used to be like insanely hard to get, and we did it. There's my dream car right there, right? We're coming into the design room, and Benjamin's gonna help us design a car. All right, well, Benjamin picked the color and style for the most part, but Daddy picked a lot of the accessories, primarily just for extra points. James and Grandma picked a monster truck limo, basically.
Welcome to the sim track.
How fast was that, Benjamin?
No.
Benji said he does not like to go fast. Look at Amy's hair. It's like a new hairstyle. Now, this car is real, and that car looks awesome. Nine Dragons is located in the China Pavilion. It's actually this red building over here off to our left. You can see the main entry to the China Pavilion in those arches to the right. All right, here's a look at the menu. Non-alcoholic specialties. Now, I think you got the Shangri-La once, Mom, and you loved it the last time. I might have to get that again. And here is that Shangri-La slush. Now, I'm gonna mix that because it is definitely not mixed. It's strawberry on the bottom and mango on the top. Well, this makes slushy number 2. I know it's not a Coke slushy, but it is another one. So, would you like some? You can stop now. You can stop now.
Yeah, there's controllers and stuff.
How about you share some with Grandma? Here's the kids' honey chicken. Again, we asked for without the sesame seeds. It came with it normally, but that's theirs. Looks pretty good for them. And this is the spicy mala happy family. And then here is our spicy duck bao buns. I think it's spicy. Crispy maybe? I'm not sure. With dinner over, now we're going to explore the World Showcase and to check out some shops. Looks like it is the year of the tiger. So we got some tiger baubles up front. I think I spy some pandas in the distance. Show Daddy. What are they?
Baby pandas.
They're baby pandas? Oh, we found a panda plate. And look, Benji found this whole wall of pandas.
That one has pajamas on.
That one has pajamas on? Is that what you said?
This one has pajamas on.
We walked our way over to the Germany Pavilion now. We're going to go into Caramel Couche. Forgive me if we pronounce things wrong. Well, here's one of the 50th celebration cupcakes, but this one's made with Werther's Original Caramel. There it is right there. Amy's gonna get the caramel butter bar, which you see right back there in the back. Just kind of, there's some condensation on the window. Here's another 50th thing, a caramel apple, and that's it right behind it. Look at this, the pretzel display. We have a pretzel lounge fly backpack. We have Mickey pretzel ears. And a pretzel shirt and a little pretzel bag. Now, here's a restaurant that we've put on our plans like 3 trips now, and we've taken off every single time. We have been here before, and it's a fantastic restaurant, Biergarten. But we have so many other places that we enjoy now these days that this one just keeps taking a back seat. Here's Amy's
caramel butter cookie or something.
Bar. Good? Okay. Can I have a bite?
But you don't like caramel.
I'm okay with caramel. Yeah.
Can I have?
I must say it's pretty good. Wow, that is one big Miss Piggy. Can't come to the Germany Pavilion without checking out the trains. Here it is. It's gonna go through the tunnel. It's booking it. Wow. That is a very fast train.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout. They have it going on up at the American Pavilion.
Like, I don't know any of the other words.
Well, our Spike the Bee scavenger hunt brings us to Italy looking for the Italian garden. Is that correct?
Yeah, Garden Italiano.
All right, we found it, Garden Italiano. And it is a tomato with Spike the Bee. Gelateria Toscana. This place over here off to the left, we were here opening day last year. We were one of their first people. Like, I would say we were in the first 15 people to buy an ice cream from that place. If you want to check out that video or any of our videos from our previous trip, I'll go ahead and link to it. And you can watch our Walt Disney World trip from 2021. Wow, that's a pretty long line for a concert over here in the America Pavilion. Usually it's just like, you know, walk in whenever. It looks like they're waiting for Tony Orlando today. I was like, who's Tony Orlando? And my mom knows who he is. So that explains why everybody in line was pretty much my mother's age. The America Pavilion here is actually one that we've tended to ignore. I mean, you know, we're from America. We don't want to explore America. We really haven't eaten here or checked out any of the things to do, except for, you know, that stage back there. We've been to a couple of concert things there. The Japan Pavilion feels especially busy tonight. Exceptionally, not especially, or exceptionally. I can't talk sometimes. My brain fuses words together. You wonder why I can't pronounce things or don't remember what, you know, some things are here or there between specific species names of animals. It's just my brain jumbles stuff up. We have this tradition of ours that we purchase a set of chopsticks every time we come to Disney. So I'm just spying them up, seeing what they've got. Oh, hi, Cobra Kai! Or that one. Well, here we go. We have the chopsticks that we chose. I have the red one, of course, and Amy has the flowery one. But that's what we got. Check out the ginormous butterfly topiary. That's really cool. Well, I think that's about it for us here in Epcot. This video is not over though yet. Our day, you know, it's still light outside, so we still have things to do. And we're gonna bring you along for the adventure, but we're leaving the park now.
We wanted to stay for Harmonious, but we're wiped.
We've been in here since, well, we left the room at 7 a.m. in the morning. Park opened at 8 for early entry, and we were here for that, and it is 7 o'clock now. So we have literally been out of our room for the last 12 hours straight. We normally go back and take an afternoon break, but the weather looked like it was going to rain from 2 to 5, and we didn't want to get stuck, you know, with the Skyliner not going, and we just figured, oh, well, let's just make the most of the time that we have, and then it didn't rain. We could have taken a break.
Yeah.
But you don't know these things. When we told Grandma that we were headed out, she got a second wind. She's like booking it. Oh, room, shower, yes. The Disney Skyliner boarding to Caribbean Beach. The Skyliner is literally like the best thing about coming to Walt Disney World. It's why I book Caribbean Beach every single time we come.
That's why we're like, please don't rain, please don't rain.
Please don't rain. The Skyliner doesn't work if it's raining. Well, it doesn't work if it's thunderstorming. Looks like we got the Haunted Mansion. Number 10. So we decided to get off at the Riviera station. The wind was making us a little nervous. They were slowing and stopping the Skyliner multiple times. And it's like, you know what? I just don't want to get stuck hanging up in the middle of the sky when they stop it again. Not that, like, you know, it's not that afraid of heights or anything. It's just, you know, sometimes you could be stopped for a little longer than 1 or 2 minutes. And it's not that much longer to get off here for where we're staying. we actually picked our building and made it a room request when we checked in here at the Caribbean Beach, because it is literally like pretty much halfway between either Skyliner station. It's right across the bridge from Centertown. It's just centrally located so that everywhere is about halfway, which works for us. Exhibit A. It stopped.
Our one was right there.
And we would be one of those people stuck up there.
We were right there. That's the Haunted Mansion one.
Yeah.
Right there.
We're going on a freestyle hunt. We're gonna try to catch Coke. I'm not scared. There's a freestyle machine in one of these buildings. We're gonna go try to find it. The operative word being try. I'm pretty sure it's this yellow building right here that has the freestyle machine. Ah, we found it. The freestyle machine. It says, you are here. And we are the 45. So it's just behind our building. So many choices. She's choosing cream soda. Yuck, cream soda.
Oh, come on. That did not look like cream soda.
That did not look like cream soda either. For me, it is chili Coke. This right here, just a picturesque little walk from the freestyle machine back to our room. I love this resort. All right, so we bought these cookies yesterday and didn't even dive into them because of how wet we were. Now we have 4 cookies and it's a mystery of which one. We're just gonna pull out one and share it between the 5 of us. So,
mystery cookie.
Mystery cookie. I have no idea what we're getting. And it is, looks like the triple chocolate. Wow. Huge hunk of chocolate cookie.
Hunk of chocolate.
Now we need like a knife to cut it.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But this looks really good. Switched over to the GoPro because we're going to the pool. But look, the Skyliner has stopped.
Thunder,
and I did just hear thunder.
We're probably getting over there and being sent back.
Yeah, probably. But we have stuff to do. Like, we actually have to go into guest services, and we also have to buy some food from the gift shop.
If they have it.
If they have it. But, yeah.
I mean, it's clear over there.
It is clear over there.
It's not over there and not over there.
Not over there or over there. So I definitely imagine that the pool is not open because there's nobody in it. They probably kicked everybody out. We ran into Jacky from Super Enthused while we were at our resort. There's a bug flying in our face. Super cool. I mean, of our resort of all things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys, I hope you have a really good stay here. And I'm going to be looking out to see your stay because I've never stayed here. And
we love this resort.
It's so like the vibe.
It gets a bad rap, but we love it.
I feel like it's underrated. Yeah.
Yes, the Skyliner, I just got done saying it earlier, favorite thing about this whole resort.
Yeah. It takes it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah. Well, it was so nice meeting you.
So nice to meet you guys.
Thank you for all your videos.
Oh my God,
and if you haven't checked out Jacky, Super Enthused on YouTube.
So sweet.
We were just walking by and I was like, I think that was Jacky. Whoops. I was like, I definitely think that's them. We gotta go say hi.
And she was super awesome.
She
super friendly,
super fun.
Yeah.
We saw this hand-painted Caribbean Beach ornament. Now this thing looks really heavy and big.
It's actually not too heavy.
Not too heavy? It wouldn't weigh down the tree too much?
No, we've had heavier ornaments.
Okay. Yeah, this looks really, really nice. Did I see it was $30? $29.99? Also, this is the first we're seeing of the 50th Coke bottles. Commemorative bottle. So they have these nice little wrappers. Right now what we are doing is buying some bread because we are having trouble getting an Amazon order sent to this resort. We did just go talk to guest services and figured out that the address that they have listed online is not the address that you have your Amazon food sent to. But to tide us over, we're going to buy some bread from the gift shop here. So they do have some things like you know, a variety of things that if you need them. We have toothpaste and mouthwash, Advil, Tylenol, a toothbrush, even a comb down here, safety pins, eye drops, even a sewing kit right here. So they've got a variety of things if you forget them. Even Ziploc bags and coffee filters. and especially this teeny tiny little peanut butter jar. We've never seen this size of peanut butter jar anywhere except for here. We still have our one from the last time we did this.
And I refill it, like, because it's smaller and fits into their lunch container better when we go to theme parks. I literally just take their little jar of peanut butter and refill it using the bigger one. So it'll be nice to have another one again.
It's super handy. We're walking down the pier here, and it's going, we hear this noise going whoop, 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 and we're like, oh no, is that some sort of like thunderstorm warning? I gotta run. I have no idea. I doubt that's what it is.
I doubt it too, but it's like right in that moment it starts kind of spinning.
Yeah, and the lightning is going pretty good right now. We're just like, okay, we are wearing swim clothes because we were trying to go to the pool, but you know, that didn't work out. But so it's not like it would be the end of the world if we got drenched or anything, but...
Hey, I'm in the right shoes this time.
You are in the right shoes this time.
Our poor shoes are still wet.
Oh, yeah, 24 hours soaked. I've like spent 30 minutes drying them with the hairdryer.
And they're still wet.